We are now through the first match day of group games at the Copa America Centenario. All 16 teams have now played once, so we got to see the quality of all sides, who's looking really good going forward and challenging for the title. And I got to be honest with you guys, having watched every single game, I think Argentina and Chile and Mexico are the three that look the best right now. In regards to last night's matches, we saw Panama versus Bolivia. I talked about Blas Perez yesterday. He plays in the MLS for the Vancouver Whitecaps. I was really happy to see him get on the board score sheet yesterday, getting 2 goals for Panama to give them the win over Bolivia. It was a game they should have won. It would have been a damn unfortunate, in my opinion, as a CONCACAF fan, if match ended in a draw, because Panama is a much better team than Bolivia. Right now, Blas Perez is leading in the Golden Boot race so far, with most goals scored. Although it's only 2 goals, but so far he's the head of the board right now. And Bolivia just looked weak yesterday. They looked really unorganized, the same way they played against the United States. Panama came out firing in the first half. They got on board with a Blas Perez goal in the 10th minute. It was a wonderful diving kick. And Bolivia in the second half came back with a goal from a set piece from Juan Carlos Arce. It looked like the match was going to be heading for a draw, but Panama kept pushing forward. They got the winner at the end on the breakaway. You can see what it means to them with the celebration they had at the end, because they really needed this 3 points. Because if you can't get 3 points against Bolivia and you have games against this Argentina squad and Chile ahead, you're in big, big trouble. Bolivia are pretty much already eliminated. They're going to lose to Argentina. They're going to lose to Chile unless a miracle happens, unless they play their hearts out and put 10 men behind in the defense. They're going to finish this group with 0 points. Maybe the worst team in the tournament. I think they are the worst team in the tournament. Yes, even worse than Haiti. The other match last night was Argentina versus Chile. This was the most exciting match, in my opinion, of the Copa America so far. I thought it was just as good, if not a little bit better, than the Mexico versus Uruguay game from 2 nights ago. The passing play of the Chilean and Argentine squads was so smooth and organized. It was very fun to watch. The fluidity, the free flow of the game was magical. I thought Chile were actually the better team in the first half, the first 45 minutes. And Vargas up front looked really dangerous. Several through balls came to him, and he only got just barely caught off sides a few times. Argentina played a very smart offsides trap on him, but he came very close to coming through. Sanchez had a good strike on goal that was saved by Romero. Honestly, Chile really could have taken the lead, but Argentina managed to bring it to halftime, all square, 0-0. Of course, Argentina also had their chances as well, that Claudio Bravo, the Chilean goalkeeper, had to clear out. So it was a pretty much deserved halftime draw. In the second half, we saw a completely revamped Argentine squad. Di Maria scored an excellent goal in the counterattack. It was at the near post, so Claudio Bravo really should have saved it, but it was nonetheless a very good strike. That took Argentina the lead. Keep in mind, Messi didn't play last night. He was on the bench cheering them on. And Argentina looked really, really impressive. And if this is how they play without Messi, imagine what they're capable of doing with him on the field. I think they should be considered favorites to win this tournament, ahead of Chile, ahead of Mexico, because the whole charge that they're a one-man team, that has to be put to rest. They're not a one-man team. They have not been a one-man team for several years now. Maybe one could argue back in 2010 that's exactly what they were, but no. This is what they accomplished. They beat the defending champions of the Copa America 2-1, which would have been 2-0 if they didn't give up that late goal, the free kick from Fuenzalida at the end for Chile. And this was without their star man on the pitch. And I don't really see any reason why they would play Messi in the next match against Panama, because if you're able to beat Chile, one of the favorites to win this tournament, without Messi, I say give him more rest. I know that's a very unpopular opinion amongst fans and people who buy tickets to go see these games because we want to see Messi. The fans were cheering for Messi last night. But if you're Argentina and you're the manager, you're Gerardo Martino, and Messi's injured for the back in with a back pain that he suffered from the friendly versus Honduras last week, you rest him as much as you can so that when he does come back on, he's fully fit, he'll have a better chance of lifting the trophy with his team. So if they can do what they're doing now without Messi, then by all means, let him get more rest until he's able to come back and perform at his absolute pinnacle, peak performance. They don't need Messi to beat Panama. They don't need Messi to beat Bolivia. I think they could use their B or C team to beat Bolivia for all I know. But anyway, looking at the second half, Chile refused to die down. They kept pressing forward. Alexis Sanchez and Arturo Vidal were absolutely crucial in attack. Sanchez had some really nice dribbling skills. It was very fun to watch. I was watching it with my dad, and my dad was really impressed. And it's unfortunate that on the counterattack they gave up another goal just a few minutes later with Ever Banega, scored in similar fashion to Angel Di Maria. That really knocked the wind out of Chile's sails as they went 2-0 down. But they didn't give up. They kept searching for a goal to get a goal back. They got it, I think, deservedly in the end when Argentina lost a little bit of concentration in the 93rd minute. Chile deserved to score. They didn't deserve to lose 2-0. They deserved something out of this match, and they got it. So I think 2-1 is a fair scoreline. But boy, did Chile look really dangerous last night. Argentina pretty much figured out Chile's game plan after the second goal went in. Chile kept pressing forward and playing a high line, leaving themselves exposed at the back because they had to move for an equalizer. And it cost them. And Argentina realized right away what their strategy was. And they just suffocated their midfield and put more pressure on the ball whenever Chile had possession. And it sort of frustrated Chile's attempts to net one in the back of the net. So I think overall 2-1 was a pretty fair scoreline. I thought it was going to be a draw. It was almost a draw. Chile were the better team in the first half, like I just said, but Argentina were the best team in the second half, and in the second half is when it matters most, and Argentina got the important win. So there's no reason now for Argentina not to win the group. They should get 9 points. Chile should get 6 points against Panama and Bolivia. I'm not going to knock Panama out just yet. I think they have a lot of heart, a lot of tactical and defensive discipline. So maybe they can get a point from the game against Chile, Argentina, but it's going to be very difficult and unlikely. So that's all my thoughts for yesterday's action. And I'm going to make a video in a few hours looking ahead to Group A, second matches between USA and Costa Rica and Paraguay, Colombia. We're back at Group A today. All 16 teams have already played their first game. I'm going to be talking about that in my next video. So, give my expectations and my hopes as well. So until then, like, comment, subscribe, share, provide feedback. What did you think of the match last night between Chile and Argentina? What did you think of the match between Panama and Bolivia? And, yeah, that's it for now. So I'll see you later today, and until then, peace out, guys.